the B option. 35th question is, in two-sector economy, which mathematical expression represents the equilibrium national income? It is basically the B option. It is the saving investment method. We see that the right option is the B one. Here again the information is given that in two-sector economy, equilibrium saving is equal to investment. And if I is I naught and S saving function is basically written as minus S naught plus Sy. Here S naught stands for autonomous saving, and it is negative because because some part of saving function lie below the x-axis, that is negative region of any graph. Plus S is small, S is the marginal propensity to save, and Y is the national income. So when we put all this information in the given equation, that is the saving is equal to investment, and equilibrium, that is the equilibrium point. So we get the B option. If this is the mathematical question, that if a saving function is given, that is S equal to minus 40 plus 0.4 Y, and I is I naught, and is I naught is equal to 80, then find the equilibrium national income. You see here the function is in saving form, and when we deal with saving investment, then we start with the equation that is saving is equal to investment. So we put this information in saving is equal to investment, then we get the equilibrium national, that is Y is equal to 300. And when we put this Y in the given saving function, then we also find out the exact figure of saving, that is 80, and we see that it is equal to investment, which is already given, that is 80. Now this is the consumption function. This is a numerical of consumption function. When the consumption function is given, then we start to solve the question, that is Y is equal to C plus I, that is aggregate demand, aggregate expenditure method. So Y is equal to C plus I. So when we put the given information in this equation, then we find the Y is equal to 300. And then again we put this in consumption function, and we get the value of consumption, that is 220. When we put the investment, the Y is equal to C plus I. 38th question, which graph represents the autonomous investment? The right option is the B one, is the B, where autonomous investment is horizontal, that is it is parallel to the y-axis. Which graph represents the saving function? The right option is the A1. Saving function is small portion of the saving function lie below the x-axis, that is the negative region of the graph, and the above portion lie above the y-axis. So the y-axis is the x-axis. Y stands for national income. If investment is greater than saving, then what will be the effect on national income to get the equilibrium level? The right option is increase in income. Income will rise from Y1 to Y2 to get the equilibrium point, that is investment is equal to saving. If investment is less than saving, then what will be the effect of national income to get a equilibrium point? The right option is a reduction in income. Here the income will reduce from Y3 to Y2 to get the point of equilibrium. 42 question is, Keynesian economics was given the name of economics of depression because it after the Great Depression, Keynes came forward with his theory and deal with the depression. 43. What are the flaws of Keynesian economics? Keynesian economics flaws. The right option is the D, that is all of the above. All of these flaws are present in the Keynesian economics. That is, A is it is concerned with the closed economy. It is concerned with short run, and C is state intervention updates the individual motives, and all of the three flaws are present in the Keynesian theory of income and employment. 44 question is in three sector economy equilibrium point is the right option is C plus I plus G is equal to C plus S plus T. In three sector economy government is present and obviously taxes are also present, so the B is the right option. 45th question is which is the standard form of saving function. We have seen in the graph that it is the A option, that is S equal to minus S naught plus small s into Y, that is national income. So the right option is A1. In three sector economy where government and taxes are included, consumption function is equal to, the right option is the E, that is B, C and D. Where government is included, then obviously taxes will be included. When taxes will be included, then the national income of the consumer will be the disposable income, because he have to pay the taxes, then obviously income will become disposable, and disposable income YD is equal to Y minus T, and उसमें से हम टैक्सेस माइनस करेंगे तो फिर हमें डिस्पोजेबल इनकम मिलेगी, एंड टी इज autonomous taxes. So B, C and D are the right options, and A is not the right option because here taxes are not included in this equation, but we have to include taxes because it is three sector economy. Which of the following equation represent the national determination, national income determination three sector economy? The right option is the A1. आगे जाके हम देखेंगे ये किस तरह आता है. In three sector economy, Y is equal to C plus I plus G. We have studied before. C is equal to C naught plus C into YD. Because taxes are present here, the Y will be YD, that is disposable income, and YD is equal to Y minus T. When we put all this information in Y is equal to C plus I plus G, then we get the A option. It is again the numerical question that C is the consumption function is 40 plus 0.6 YD, I naught is 80, G naught is 20, and E naught is 10. Then what is the equilibrium national income? Information have shown that it is a three sector economy, and we have seen in three sector economy. Then again we will put the information in the basic equation, that is Y is equal to C plus I plus G. Then we put we get the required equation, that is Y is equal to 1 over 1 minus C into C naught plus I naught plus G naught minus C T naught, that is written in the red font, and then we put the given equation in this equation, then we get the value, that is Y is equal to 335. Which of the following equation represent the national determination in three sector economy? Now it is according to the saving investment method. The right option is the A1. Again the information is given when we जब सेविंग इन्वेस्टमेंट मेथड का क्वेश्चन आएगा तो हम स्टार्ट करेंगे. टू सेक्टर इकोनॉमी हमने स्टार्ट किया था S इक्वल टू I, और इस थ्री सेक्टर में हम स्टार्ट करेंगे S प्लस T इज इक्वल टू I प्लस G. 50th question is again it is a numerical question. It is three sector economy and it is saving function is given, so we put all the required information in the given in the basic equation, that is S plus T plus is equal to I plus G. Here थ्री सेक्टर इकोनॉमी में C भी होता है, लेकिन बिकॉज C प्लस S प्लस टी इज इक्वल टू C प्लस I प्लस टी, तो वो C कैंसिल आउट हो जाएगा और जो रिमेनिंग है वो S प्लस टी इज इक्वल टू I प्लस टी रह जाता है. सो हम गिवन इक्वेशन में सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन पुट करेंगे. आई हैव मैंने सारे स्टेप्स फॉलो किए हैं, तो होपफुली आपको अंडरस्टैंड हो जाएगा. तो वाई अगेन इट इज़ 335 इज द राइट आंसर. 51 this question is according to Keynes, which are the components of demand for money, which are the components of demand for money. So the right option is A and B, that is transaction demand for money and speculative demand for money. These both are the components of demand for money. A certain amount of money kept in form of cash during earning and spending time interval is known as transaction demand for money. The relationship between income and transaction demand for money is direct relationship. If income increases, then transaction demand for money will also increase. 54 question is businessman or investor keep money for business purposes or for speculative purposes is known as speculative demand for money. The right option is the B. Transaction demand for money depends upon income. Here it is written as MTD. MTD stands for transaction demand for money. It is a function of Y, that is income. Speculative demand for money depends upon interest rate, and it is written as MSD. SD stands for speculative demand, M stands for money, and it is a function of interest rate. I stands for interest rate. Relationship between speculative demand for money and interest rate is indirect relationship. If interest rate rises, then the speculative demand for money will decrease. The investment which is not influenced by changes in income is known as autonomous investment. Right option is A1. A situation when a person is able and willing to do a job and gets employed is known as employment. This situation is known as employment. A situation where all those workers who are able and willing to do work get employment is known as full employment. Where all of the workers get employment, then that situation is not the full employment. A situation when a person is willing to work but does not get opportunity to work is known as unemployment. This situation is known as unemployment. These are various types of employment, and I have written in these in MCQs form. A situation when people are engaged in jobs but they don't get these jobs according to their capabilities, efficiency and qualifications, and that situation is known as underemployment. B is the right option. A situation when the workers are willing to work under any conditions and at any wage rate but they fail to get employment, it is known as involuntary unemployment. Right option is the involuntary unemployment. The employees का कसूर है कि वो एम्प्लॉयमेंट को अवेल नहीं कर रहे, वॉलंटरी हमी को जानबूझ के कर रहे. During depression, investment activities get discouraged and large numbers of workers become unemployed. That unemployment is known as a cyclical unemployment, because depression is the phase of the cycle of economic activity, and when depression इस इंटरवल में जो भी अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट होगी उसको हम साइक्लिकल अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट कहेंगे. When the people don't get employment due to introduction of any new technology, this situation is known as technological unemployment. When more workers are engaged in a work than actually required to a work, it is known as disguised unemployment. The unemployment which is resulted due to backwardness and underdevelopment of an economy is known as structural unemployment. Situation in which aggregate demand falls short of aggregate supply at full employment level is known as deficient demand. The right option is the A1. So I have tried to sum up the key institute of income and employment in MCQs. Hopefully you get the basic idea about this. Give your feedback in the comment section below, and if you like my video you can share it and subscribe my channel as well.